welcome to Vlogcember. Today's video, as you could tell, is the 2022 favorites, my 2022 makeup favorites. It's a very hard video to do because 2022 was a year I feel that a lot of good makeup was launched, a lot of products, really good products were launched, and I'm grateful that I was able to try so many of them. And it's hard to choose favorites one by category. The way that I like to do it is one by category. And in some categories I have to admit that I kind of cheated. I have 2, maybe 3, but I don't have I'm not gonna be talking about a lot of products or all the products I tried in 2022, otherwise this video will be too long. So let's get right into it. I have most of it on my face already, and if the product that I mentioned I put it on today, then I'm gonna put a little clip on the corner so you guys can see how I apply it. So I'm gonna start by order of like category, in the order that I put it. So I'm gonna start with, this is really like a skincare kind of product, but I use it when most of the time I use it before makeup, under makeup, and I'm talking about the Retour de Fil Thorn Oil Priming Facial Elixir. This is amazing. I love it. I do tend to get a little bit red sometimes, so I like to put this under makeup. It just makes my skin so soft, and it really minimizes any redness, any sensitivity. Although I'm not allergic or have a very sensitive skin, I really don't, but this does help me minimize that redness, and it's a really good primer. I just love it. I've used it by itself when there's days that I don't want to wear any makeup. I just put on some of this elixir, maybe some mascara, a lip gloss, and I'm good to go. And if I need concealer, then I put on some concealer. But it's so good on my skin. I love it. I've used it many times. You only need a few drops, but you see that the level has gone down a little bit. I just get like 4 or 5 drops, depends. Put it in the palm of my hand, rub it in a little bit, give it a little bit of heat, and then just like tap it into my skin. It's amazing. Another amazing skin product. This is the category that I mentioned that I'm gonna have 2 of them because I really do love both of them. It's the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. The Retour de Fil does give you a little bit of glow, but I think this one gives you a little bit more. They're very similar in that they give you like a really nice glow. This one dries up a little bit faster. The elixir is a little bit more of an oily texture, but it's not greasy. It's just a little bit more oily, more I think, what's the word I'm trying to look for, less fluid. It's a little bit thicker. The Merit one is more fluid. It reminds me, I've said this before, but it reminds me a little bit to apple cider vinegar, you know, that color and that texture, and it's absorbed really fast by the skin, so you don't have that heaviness on the skin or anything like that. It doesn't have any particular smell. The bottle is gorgeous. I love it, and I just think it's a really good product. You don't need a lot, just 2 to 3 drops. Again, tap it in with your hands and just pop it in and tap it in, I'm sorry. And with this product, like the Retour de Fil, I have used it just by itself, and it's really nice. It really gives me a really beautiful glow, but it's not like greasy or really out there. If you have oily skin, I don't know if this product's gonna work, or any of these products are not gonna work for you, frankly, because I have dry skin, so I could only talk from my experience, which is something that I wanted to mention in the beginning. I kind of forgot, because I don't mention a product doesn't mean that I didn't love it. There were so many products launched this year, like I said, that it's very hard to, you know, some of them have to be left out of the list, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. They've been amazing products this year, and I just want to talk about the top, the ones that I've keep on reaching out to and I use often. So let's go into the next category. This was another difficult category because I'm talking about moisturizers and foundations. There was a few I tried this year that I really liked, but I'm going to talk about one. Let's talk about the tinted moisturizer first. This is a tinted sunscreen, actually, the one from Tower 28. I love this tinted sunscreen. I've used it often, just by itself. A little bit of concealer, some mascara, a lip gloss, and I'm good to go. You probably seen, if you see my videos, I use this a lot when I'm in a hurry, and those really quick get ready with me. This is what I usually use. I have the shade Fairfax. Yeah, let me see, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Fairfax. I couldn't find it in the store in Sephora, so I went online and ordered it during the Sephora fall sale, It is a Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 tinted sunscreen. It's just so nice. I'm gonna be repeating the same adjectives throughout the video. It's very nice. Everything that I mentioned I love, and it's very nice. I like this because it has a light coverage, just the way I like it, but it also gives you a pretty glow, and it has sunscreen. It's SPF 30, which might mean it's 25, because sometimes I've read that they're a little bit, when they say SPF 30, for example, especially if they're here in the US, it's not as regulated, so it might mean it's 25. It's a little bit lower. So what I'm trying to say is, don't just rely on tinted sunscreens for your sunscreen. You should always wear sunscreen regardless. So that's a given. Always wear moisturizer and sunscreen in the morning. At least that's my advice to you. But anyways, it's really nice to have just extra protection. It doesn't hurt, and it's a really nice moisturizer or sunscreen. Tinted sunscreen. It's a really nice color when I don't want to wear foundations, when I'm in a hurry. Get a couple of pumps, good to go. Even just in the car, because you can mix it with your hands, or if you're in a hurry, get some and mix it with your fingers and you're good to go. The next thing I want to talk about is foundations. Now, I was debating because my cushion foundations, I think the Sisley Paris Fito Blanc cushion foundation that I love is my favorite foundation. I don't know if it was released in 2022 or in 2021. I was released before, but I know it was reformulated. And I forgot to mention this again in the beginning. Some of the items might have been released before, but I'm talking about items that I tried for the first time in 2022. But I believe most of them were released this year in 2022. Anyways, the cushion foundation from Sisley Paris. Let me show you in case you haven't seen it. This one, I don't know. I know it came out, it was reformulated, but I'm not sure if it came out in 2022. But the one I have on today is the one from Lancome. This is my favorite, like, liquid foundation. The Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear, my favorite of 2022. Mine is in the shade 115C. I think it's a really good match for me. It's a creamy, light to medium coverage, or maybe like medium coverage foundation. Really creamy. It's not super glowy, but it does give me a really nice, soft, really subtle glow. At least it's not drying, which I'm always looking out for because I do have dry skin. The packaging is really pretty. I don't know if this is a reformulated or just like, I know they had the Teint Idole before that was a little bit more matte, if my memory serves me right, but this one is a Care and Glow, so it has a little bit more glow. It's more creamy. I love it. I love it. The other runner-up, which I was debating, is a Chanel #1, or the #1 of Chanel. That one is really, it's more refreshing, a little bit less coverage, but it's so refreshing. But I didn't make the cut. I chose the Lancome one because I think the Lancome one is that, although it's not as refreshing, it doesn't have as much as water content as the Chanel one, but I think it's radiant. It's really pretty. It's just really nice. I love it. That's why I chose it. Everything that I mentioned today in this video, I love, of course. All right, let's go into loose powder and just regular powder, compact powder. I'm gonna mention them both together. The same loose powder, the Airset Radiant Loose Setting Powder in Translucent, is my favorite loose powder of the year. I didn't put it on today. The one I put on today is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. It's the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Eye and Face Micro Powder. Super long name. Sorry about that. It's a super long name, and I only use it under the under eye area. Let me show you what it looks like. I'm not a fan of the packaging and the angels, but you know, I'm not the one who decides how the package must look like. If you see it, oh, there's nothing really into it, but I do like it because I feel that it does perfect and blur out a little bit. Like, you really can't see it when you apply it like that because it doesn't have any color, but it really minimizes my pores. It really perfects the area, and it sets the concealer really well. I think it's a lovely powder, and it's my favorite of the year. All right, let's go into eyes. Now here I have, because I'm a cheater, because I just have to do this, I separated by categories. And let's start with single eyeshadows. I have a lot of different eyeshadows. I have like 3 or 4 different eye products on my eyes. I'm gonna go one by one, and I am gonna show it in the clip, so don't worry. Single eyeshadow, my favorite of the year. I don't think she came out with these single eyeshadows this year, but I know this shade, I believe this shade is new, and I'm talking about the Victoria Beckham Lid Luster in the shade Velvet. I believe this is her newest, and it just came out maybe like a month or a couple of months ago, and it's what I have just all over the lid here. I have another product here over it, so really the Lid Luster is just this area, It's just a beautiful, like a green bronzy color. Super, super nice. Great. I love it because it is shimmery and it looks like it has like glittery, but it's not glittery. Like it's not clumpy. It's like you don't feel like the little, what would you call those? Like the little, like the little, the sand, that sand feeling, you know what I mean? It's really nice on the lids. It doesn't hurt my lids. It doesn't irritate my eyes, which sometimes happens with like glittery, shimmery eyeshadows. Not with these. I just get with my index finger and apply it, and it's so easy to blend. And then I get a brush and blend out the outer area here, and it just blends out so pretty. I think it's a lovely product. I really love, like love this this single eyeshadows, and half of the stuff I'm mentioning in this video actually I'm taking now in my next trip, and I've been talking about this trip a lot, but it is I'm leaving soon, so I am taking this both shades that I have Velvet and Starlight. Oh, was Starlight the newest one? No, it was Velvet. Whatever. Both of them, I'm taking them with me because I think they're so lovely and easy to use. Just apply over the lid and you're good to go. Because it has like, it's not just one shade. It has like 2 or 3 shades, and there's some matte there and there's some shimmer there. It's just beautiful. And then over here on the top, what I have here is the next product that I want to talk about. It's liquid eyeshadows. Now, if you see my videos, if you follow me for a while, I talk about the Sisley Paris liquid eyeshadows all the time. They would have made, or were they last year? They made my first. I know I would have mentioned them in my first place, but now to remember they came out in 2021 or 2022. Regardless, I think I found a new favorite. I still love the Sisley Paris, but the Sisley Paris is a little bit more sheer, a little bit pigmented than the ones I'm gonna talk about, and this shouldn't be a surprise to you. And it's the, what do they call, the Linux from Lisa Eldridge. The Lisa Eldridge, I think, is Linus. She came out, these aren't new, she's had them before. I bought the one that I'm wearing is Daphne, and I have a little bit here like in the inner half right here. That is what I'm wearing, but she came out with 3 different shades. For me, they're all new because I hadn't tried her liquid eyeshadows before. These are the 3 shades she came out with this year, and this is the one that she came out with before. I'm not sure when she came out with this shade, but this is the one I'm wearing, and this is, I love this shade. It's just beautiful. It's just the perfect drying time. Like, it dries not too fast that you don't have time to blend, and not too slow like the Chanel ones that I always compare them. The Chanel ones that I tried last year, they were awful, horrible. Those took forever to dry, so I was never able to work with them. Maybe it works with you guys, you know, and that's perfect. That's perfectly fine, but they didn't work for me. But these just, they dry, and the they have the drying time is perfect. They give you time to blend, to work with them, but they don't take forever that then it transfers to your top lid, or they just don't blend and they look like so patchy and so weird. Not at all. I love this liquid eyeshadows, and I ordered those 3 ones that she came out with, and I plan on ordering more shades because I really do love them. I'm taking them with me as well to my trip because I want to use them. Next category are eyeshadow palettes. This one I had 3 contenders because I really want, there's 3 that I really love this year. The first one is a Bobbi Brown Jane Stone. I was debating talking about this one because it is limited edition and they're out of stock. I haven't seen them anymore, but I want to show it to you. This would have been probably my favorite palette. I don't know, my favorite fall palette. It is so beautiful, but it's out of stock at the moment, so I thought, you know, why talk about it? I mean, it's not even out there anymore. Maybe they'll restock it. I hope so, because it was really pretty. So then I'm just gonna talk about 2 specific palettes. The one I have on, or not completely on, but I have one of the shades on, is the Lisa Eldridge again, but the Sorcery palette. I have 3 of the new ones, Vega and Cinnabar, and I haven't used Vega or Cinnabar, so maybe I like them better. I don't know, but I haven't tried them yet, so I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest with you guys. I haven't used those, so I don't know if I like them or not. I bet I do. I really think I do, but I haven't tried them yet. This one I have tried multiple times. I love, like, this shade. I love, and this is the one I'm wearing in the inner corner, just to give me a little pop of color, and just to say that let me bend a little bit closer, and just to say that I tried most of the makeup I'm talking about. This is a beautiful color. I haven't used the blue yet. I mean, I swatched it, but I haven't used it. But this one, it's like a multi-chrome, Oh, it's gorgeous. And this one is just beautiful. I love this palette. And the other one that I want to talk about that I didn't get to use, and I was like debating, should I talk about it, because it should be only one per category, but I cheated. And it's a Natasha Denona My Dream palette. It's just so gorgeous. This came out earlier in the year, around the summertime or the fall, not too long ago. This year went by so fast that I don't remember when things came out, but I know it came out this year, and it's so pretty. This one is in a multi-chrome. I love multi-chromes. Like, and what I'm looking at the viewer is like a pink, but it's actually like a green when you look at it in person. You know where you might see it in the reflection. I'm gonna show you in case you haven't seen the. You see it on the top? I don't know if you guys see it. It's green, but then when you see it here, it's purpley pink, because it just depends how the light hits it. And then there you might see it turn a little bit green. It's just so pretty. I love Natasha Denona's eyeshadow formulas. This one, Invention, it's a beautiful corally gold. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this palette. It blends like a dream. The shades are gorgeous. The shimmers are so creamy. I love this palette. And I'm sorry, but I had to mention both. I had to cheat. All right, let's keep on going. I'm going to talk about quads. I should have mentioned quads first, but before eyeshadow palettes. I can't do my favorites video without mentioning probably my favorite brand, and it's Chantecaille, and they come out with a few quads this year. I'm gonna talk about one of them, the giraffe one that came out, I think it came out around spring or summer. I think it was spring. I'm not sure now when they came out, but anyways, the giraffe eye the giraffe eye quartet. I love the packaging. I love the brand overall. I love the packaging and the shadows. They're so pretty, so gorgeous. And I did a review about this quad, and I remember, and I'm gonna mention it again in case you didn't see it, but Tom Ford came out with a quad that was very similar to this, and I mentioned, and I know other content creators talked about it, that shade or that quad, at least even at this moment that I'm recording this video, I don't think it's in stock. I don't think they're gonna come out with it again. And it's such a beautiful quad. Let me see if I find it so I could show you better. It's easier for me to show you than talk about it. Metalust. I think it's Metalust. It's so similar. I don't like to say dupes because I think every product has its own thing, and it's not that it's a more affordable version of a same quad, or the one is better than the other. They're both lovely, but they're very similar. So you see, this is a Tom Ford one, and then here is the giraffe. The giraffe is smaller, and they're around the same price, maybe a few dollars difference, but it's not a question about money. It's just a question about how much they look alike. The one from Chantecaille does have that whitish shade, which is good for like the inner corner, which Tom Ford doesn't. But the other colors, like these two, I know, and then this one too in the top corner, you could find it in this quad. They're very similar. I'm not gonna swatch them. I did a review about that video, and if I'm able, I'll put it at the end. I'll link it at the end so you guys could see it. So if you wanted the Tom Ford and you can't find it, then this is another option. But I don't want to see this as an option. I don't want you to see it as an option either. This is an amazing quad. I love Chantecaille. I love their formula. I just love their product. I would say that this one is a little bit more subtle, like probably not as pigmented as a Tom Ford one, but they're both very similar, and I just love this quad. All right, let's move on to eyeliner. I usually don't talk about eyeliners. I don't use eyeliners that much, but I did enjoy this one this year, and I have it on just to give it extra color. Victoria Beckham, again, my girl Victoria Beckham. It's a satin Kajal liner in olive. It's a really pretty, like, greenish, and it looks dark when you look at it, but when you apply it, it is a nice, like a nice green, but almost like black, and I really like it, and I really liked it with this look. I love it. It's really creamy, it really rolls on really nicely, really easy to apply, and I've been loving it. A lot. For bronzer, I'm only gonna talk about one, and it's the one from Merit. I've used it a lot this year. Shouldn't be a surprise to you. The Bronze Balm in the shade Quince. This is the one that I use. I think it's a perfect shade for me. It's really like creamy, and I just rub over the brush and swipe over the brush, and it's like a really pretty color for me, like really subtle. I don't really contour, I just add a little bit of shade of color to my skin. This is exactly what it does. It's really pretty. It works really well with my color. I love that bronzer. And for blush, I'm gonna talk about two of them, of course. Let's talk about the powder blush. It's like creamy, but it's a powder, and it's the one from Gucci. I think this shade is still available. This is shade Bright Coral. I'm gonna link everything down below, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna help y'all and link what I could find down below. This is really pretty. The packaging is really cute. The product is nice. It's just a subtle, really nice peachy pink, and it melts right into my skin. It looks natural, like I'm naturally flushing, and I don't put that much. I only put a little bit, but I love it. And another one that I've loved is the one from Rare Beauty. This one I got it not too long ago during their 20% sale. This is shade Bliss. It is so pretty. This is a liquid blush, but it's so nice as well. It's absorbed in my skin, and I repeat it because that's how I like my blushes. I like blushes to be like really sipping into my skin, looking like I'm naturally flushing. I just love it, and the packaging is really pretty and applies really well. It has a huge doe foot applicator, which I really like. Just add like a little bit on each side and rub it in with my fingers or with a brush, and I'm good to go. And for highlight, I'm gonna stick with Rare Beauty. I'm wearing it right now. This one is huge. I love that it's so huge, which I find it interesting. I just thought about this, that I would think like if you use more blush, that the blush would be bigger and the highlighter will be smaller. I'm not criticizing, just something that I just thought of. Anyways, this is shade Mesmerize. A huge doe foot applicator. Again, the same applicator. I love it. It's beautiful. Look how gorgeous it looks, and I didn't put that much, just a little bit. It is so pretty. It looks natural, like I don't have highlighter on. It's just you know, just glowing, naturally glowing, because I am naturally glowing. Let's move on to mascara. I have two contenders. The Chanel Allure, that now I don't find it, I don't know where it is, but it's the Noir Allure. I love that mascara because it's very luxurious. I wanted to show you, probably seen it, but I wanted to show you. It looks so luxurious. It has like that pop in the top and you take it out, and I love the way it applies. It feels expensive, feels luxurious. Oh, I found it. Here it is. It's like that pop in, and I like it. Like I've seen mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people hate it. I like it. It serves its purpose. It lasts all day. It lifts my lashes. It gives me volume. But the one that I used today, and I think I like a little bit more, and it's the one that I put on, is the Lancome Le Hypnose. What's it called? I have it written down. Lancome Le Hypnose Mascara. I like the packaging. It's not the best because it's kind of big to be for storage, but it's not too big. It's not too dramatic. But I like it. I love it. I love the applicator. It's very fluffy. Like, it feels fluffy. I don't know if it's synthetic or natural. Regardless, it feels really soft. It doesn't like hurt my lashes. It gives me a really pretty lift, and opens up my eyes. It fans up my lashes. It doesn't clump. It doesn't transfer. It lasts all day. The way that I want a mascara to be. Just perfect. I love it. And finally, my lips. I had a few contenders. I'm going to show you the contenders, and then I'll talk to you about the contenders, and then I'll tell you which one made the cut. I have tried many lipsticks this year, and I love my lipsticks. And if you saw my declutter video, it's very difficult for me to declutter my lipsticks, but I had two that I really loved. The one from Olivia Palermo in Poppy. I love this color. It's like the perfect orange. I'm gonna swipe this. I wasn't gonna swipe anything, but this I would swipe. It's not what I'm wearing right now, but it's very close. It's similar. This is really creamy. The packaging is gorgeous. It's weighty. It looks luxurious. The color is beautiful. I love it, and it's a color that it just transferred because it's not matte, but it doesn't, but it lasts a lot. Like, it lasts for a long time, which is really, really nice. And it's really, really creamy. I love the shade. It's really pigmented. And the second one that I love is the one from Natasha Denona, the My Dream one, the one that came with a palette, and it comes with a, you could also use it with a gloss and the pencil, but I'm just going to talk about the lipstick. It's, for me, it's a perfect nude, my favorite nude. It's, the formula is perfection, the color is gorgeous, it's creamy, it's satiny, it smells so good, it just feels good, the packaging is really pretty. It's not it is magnetic. I was gonna say no, it is magnetic, and it's like a velvety soft. I love it. But the one that ended up being my favorite, which is the one I'm wearing, is the one from Merit. And it's surprising because when I received it, I got this in PR, I thought about, oh, it's a beautiful color, it is. And then when I applied it once, I was like, okay, this is kind of sheer. But then I went back and reapplied, and it's this one on the right. It's such a beautiful, beautiful color, and it's really creamy, and it applies beautifully. It feels comfortable. It feels like I have nothing on. It's not like super glossy, but it has a sheen to it, a shine to it that I really, really like. And I love this color. That's why I made the cut, right? And for lip oil, I tried one that I really liked, and it's from Hermes. I only have one shade, so I really can't compare the other shades, but I like it because it's really light and pretty. It's glossy, but it's not like super gooey, disgusting, like, you know, like when you, it's right here, when you apply it and then you open your lips and then you see like that gooey thing. It's not like that. It's really soft, really comfortable. I love it. I love it. All right, so I think I made it. Yes, I made it. I got to my 2022 favorites. Are any of these products your favorites? Have you tried any of these products? Let me know down below in the comments. And like I said, I'm gonna put links of everything in case you're interested of seeing it for yourself or trying it for yourself. I'm gonna end it up here. This is my vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed it. My next vlog is gonna be my least favorites, and I'm gonna film it right now after this because I don't want to put it all together. It would have been too long. I'm gonna talk about my least favorites. There aren't that many, but there are some. And some might surprise you, actually. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be in tomorrow's vlog. Thank you so much for being with me today, for joining me in today's vlog, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's Vlogcember. Bye.